Okay, some of you panicked when you saw this problem on 2.3, a story problem, which always causes students to be a little upset, a little nervous, whatever. So I'm going to help you read through it and figure out how this applies to our section on product and quotient derivatives, the product rule and quotient rule. A farmer with a large land holdings has historically grown a wide variety of crops. With the price of ethanol fuel rising, he decides it would be prudent to devote more and more acreage to producing corn. Corn because it's used to make ethanol. As he grows more and more corn, he learns efficiencies that help increase his yield per acre. In the present year, his number of acres is 7,000 acres right now. And he gets 170 bushels right now per acre. At the current time, he plans to increase the number of acres devoted to corn at a rate of 600 acres more each year. So he's got 7,000 acres in there, and he wants to change it by plus 600 acres per year. And he wants to change the number. He was going to increase the yield. He's getting 170 bushels per acre, and he wants to, by new technologies and better farming, he's able to increase it by 8 more bushels per acre per year. So each year he's going to add 8 to the 170 if he can. So now we get to the problem. Say at the present year times 0, A of t denotes the number of acres the farmer devotes to corn that year. Well, so at t0, that's how many acres. So A of 0 would be 7,000. A of 1 would be 7,000 plus 600 because he's increasing it. So is A of t is 7,000 acres plus 6,000 for each year he adds. So that's a linear equation for A of t. That'll be the number of acres he has. So he's going to get so many acres per year times the number of years will be so many more acres plus the 7 he starts with. Similarly, the yield, y of t, he's right now getting 770 bushels per acre, and he's going to add to that 8 bushels per acre per year. And so if he takes it times t, 8t, that will cancel the years, and he'll add 8 bushels to this. So after 1 year, it'll be 178. After 2 years, it'll be 186, and so on, adding 8 for each year. 8 times t plus 170. Now, then he has the total number of bushels of corn. So the total amount of corn in a year is going to be how many acres he has planted, which is A of t, times the number of bushels he gets per acre, which is y of t. So there we have a product rule coming on here. What is the formula for C of t and A of t and yt? So there we got part A. What does C of 0, what is the value? Well, that means 7,000 acres, because we're not adding any at year 0, times this, so it would be just 7,000 times 170 bushels per each of those 7,000 acres. So we just multiply those two, and you get C of 0 being whatever, 7,000 times 170. This is acres times bushels per acre, and we get bushels. So there's the answer to B. C. What's the derivative? Well, product rule says C prime of t will be derivative of the first times the second plus the derivative of the second times the first. Because it's a product rule. And if you want to think of it a different way, the change in the total amount of corn is going to be how many more acres times how much you're getting per acre, plus how much more per acre you're getting times the number of acres. So the rate of production. So those two make the change in this. So what is the value of C prime of 0? So that would be the change. Well, the change is always 600 for the acres times y of t at 0, which is the 170 bushels. So going to add 600 acres, and you're getting, not 700, 170. 170 bushels per acre. So that's how much more corn there per year at year 1. And at year 1, the change in the yield is 8 bushels times the number of acres you have is 7,000 acres. And so that would be what you would work out to get that, and that shows the rate of change in the amount of corn per year. So this won't be the total amount of corn. It'll be smaller than this, but it'll be how much more corn per year they would be getting. Bushels of corn per year at the first year. And then that's going to change as you go for more years. And so this would be the estimate of this is part D, and this is part E, and I think that's it. Yes.